Hey, this is Ryan Nordahl, Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. Today, on this video, we're going to be defining what success is. Now, like I said in the intro to this video, I want to define what success is. What defines a successful time in the woods while we're hunting, while we're doing whatever we're doing, in preparation for hunting, everything. I think Earl Nightingale said it best. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And I don't think that there are more truer words than that. You know, we do a lot of work in the pre-season, scouting where last year's sign was, scouting to how the deer are using a property. I mean, year after year, for as many years, you know, I've owned my home property here where I'm videotaping this. I've owned it for 8 years now. We're scouting how these deer pass through this property, being it a pass-through property. Things change every year. Food sources change. We've added new food sources this year, new food plots this year. They're moving through this property differently. It's a constant learning curve every single year, no matter how many years we've owned a property. I've hunted one particular piece of property, and my family has owned it my entire life, even long before that they've owned it. But I'm constantly learning year after year how those deer change their patterns through that property with the habitat improvements that we make year after year. It begins in the springtime, or right after the preceding hunting season. It begins during the hunting season. I'm scouting for next year as well, in preparation for next year's habitat plans and improvements that I will be making to the properties that I hunt. But it begins then, and it begins with a plan every single year. It begins with a habitat plan, and it comes with a hunting strategy plan as well. But let's go a little deeper than that. It's great to have a green food source. This can be applied for public hunting as well. But a green food source like this, you know, we have turnips and radishes out here. We have rye, a great clover plot, fruit trees, acorns, constantly out scouting, finding that great scrape line, a brand new scrape line. We get so caught up in the myriad of wanting to kill that target buck that we're after. And there's no question about it. That really does put the icing on the cake and the cherry on top when we can kill that mature buck. But let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to what created that hunt. And I think we need to have a deeper appreciation for the outdoors, getting back to the basics of what creates a successful hunt. Being able to get out there. You know, we take it for granted for those of us that are able to stand on 2 feet, to get into a tree stand, to get into that ground blind, what have you. Because there are many out there, there are many watching this video who wish that I could be doing what I'm doing right here, right now, recording this video. We have to remember that when we get into a tree stand or ground blind, box blind, be it whatever, that there are people who wish that they could be in our shoes. That's success right there. If you can take somebody who is not really physically able to get in to a tree stand or anything like that and get them into the outdoors, be it hunting, fishing, what have you, that's success as well. Seeing the birds, viewing a beautiful sunset in the evening or a beautiful sunrise in the morning, whatever the conditions may be, that all defines success. So many of us get caught up if we don't see a deer that's not a successful hunt. There's more to success than just seeing or killing a deer. Remember those basics. I'm going to keep this video short, but I believe that that's what makes up a successful hunt. Just being blessed to be out here, enjoying God's country, sunshine in our face, what have you, whatever it is. We all have a different definition of success. I'm not going to take that away from anyone. We all have different definitions of success, but let's get back to the basics of what success really is that builds into that hunt, builds into our time outdoors, whether it be hunting, fishing, whatever we're doing, to be able to be out here and enjoy what God gave us. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. 50 years from now, 100 years from now, nobody's going to care about that buck that you shot today. What they're going to be more intrigued with is how the day unfolded. That's the story that most people are going to want to hear generations from now. What a story we could tell just by being grateful. And that makes for a successful time outdoors. Thanks for joining me on this. Guys, any of the products or tools you see me using in this video, you can find links in the description below. If you haven't already, you're new to my channel, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate you guys. God bless you all. Keep living the dream. Thank you.